Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 4 of WrestleMania, and coming up next is going to be one hell of a matchup. It's been months in the making, and it is finally here. A street fight where the loser must leave No Limits Wrestling. Randy Orton takes on Batista in this one, and this all began way back in August at Uprising.
What did you just call me? Come on, man, Dave, you know the deal. Does not give a damn about you. Just like he doesn't give a damn about me. All he cares about is that world title. So Dave Batista, I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna put you on the spot. And I'm gonna ask you about tonight in that Elimination Chamber match. When it's you, are you gonna kick his ass? Or are you gonna kiss it? Well, I'll tell you what, Randy. Start worrying about what I'm gonna do to you.
And Randy Orton, out of nowhere, pins the Animal. But Batista's not done. Oh my god! Chair shot off of the skull, and now directs his attention to Orton and a Batista bomb. And Batista has cost Orton his dream. And ever since the Elimination Chamber, Batista has been livid at Randy Orton. It's just been an attack and an attack and an attack. Week after week after week, Randy Orton is being pummeled by Batista.
You don't want nothing to do with me. You don't want me in the same building. You definitely don't want me in the same ring as you.
These two men captain opposing teams in the War Games matchup at Retribution. And Randy Orton knows he's on his own. There is no one around him, and oh my god, Batista and his team beating the hell out of Orton. Batista may have ended Orton's career here tonight. He has been decimated and left a bloody mess.
But you all paid to see me. They were scared to death. Well, that is not me. I am not scared. I've seen my future, and it doesn't involve a headstone.
It will be at WrestleMania, a street fight where the loser must leave No Limits Wrestling. Who is going to prevail, Randy Orton or Batista? We've seen the darker evil side of Orton come out in the past couple of weeks, but Batista is the Animal, and if anybody can do it, it is him. Randy Orton gets the upper hand on Batista here tonight, but oh my, oh no, Randy, you've done enough. Enough is enough! For God's sake. Even I think this has gone too far. Batista, how is he even going to recover from this?
You can't fight the future. And you can't beat Randy Orton.
We've waited many months for this clash, and it's finally going to happen here tonight on the grand stage of WrestleMania. And listen to the crowd reception that this guy's getting. My god, I've never heard anything like it. It's split 50-50. Look, listen to this reception. There's thunderous cheers, thunderous boos. It really is split down the middle here tonight. That may be due to the fact that Randy Orton in recent weeks, his evil side, his dark side of his character has emerged. That has turned some fans away. However, Randy Orton's still keeping some fans, his loyal fans, but many of them do not like the direction he's gone. Nevertheless, you hear the response. It's 50-50 as Randy Orton prepares for what could be his final match ever here in the company. The loser of this matchup leaves No Limits Wrestling. The loser of this street fight will never wrestle here again. Randy Orton looks prepared, but how prepared is he? He awaits his opponent, who's getting the exact same reception. 50-50 split down the middle. Listen to this. Thunderous ovation, but also a thunderous chorus of boos. Batista ready to make his appearance. What could be his final appearance? This street fight has been months in the making. Batista and Orton have wanted to get their hands on each other in one-on-one competition, since August. You saw in the promo before this matchup that it was Orton who was attacked by Batista in the Elimination Chamber. It spilled over into the Rumble, and then in the War Games match, and finally here tonight, it culminates with a street fight where the loser must leave No Limits Wrestling. This street fight, I have no doubt in my mind, is going to be brutal. Batista looks into the eyes of his foe Randy Orton, and this matchup, this historic match, is about to begin here at WrestleMania, in a flurry of shots by Orton onto Batista early and sends him into the steel ring post. There are no disqualifications and no countouts. Only way to win is by pinfall or submission in the ring. No DQ in the street fight sends Batista off the barricade, but a clothesline by Batty of his own. Now Batista's got to wonder what he's got to do to defeat Orton. He's tormented him for months. He has wanted to get his hands on each other in a sanctioned matchup. He does so here tonight. Batista now goes after Orton, but a drop kick by Randy to Batista, and now attacking him from behind. A brawl in early on in this matchup and sends him into the barricade. Stomach first goes Batista. Randy Orton has been attacked by Batista over the past couple of months, but has learned to cope with it in recent weeks. Oh my! Chair shot off the skull. And that's going to be the norm for this matchup. Weapons based, weapons field, and a chair shot off the back. Randy Orton now knows he's in trouble early on. And now, oh wait a minute, dodges that one. Batista moves out of the way, very slick, very crafty, and sent onto the announce table. Jeez. Sent flying onto the announce table, and now, oh my, chair shot off the back again by Orton. Now he's back in the ring, waiting for Batista. But he's being pummeled early on here. Didn't think we'd expect this so early from Batista and Orton. It's been months in the making, and you see now the clothesline over to the ropes. Batista knows what he's got to do to defeat Orton. He decimated him in the War Games matchup at Retribution. But over the past couple of weeks, you saw this past week on No Limits Wrestling, Randy Orton with that punt kick to the skull, and you gotta believe that that's gonna have some sort of effect on Batista's health. He may have concussion. This ain't gonna help either. Multiple shots with that kendo stick off the back of Batista, and now Orton sent into the steel ring post. And again, Orton's got to bide his time. Really has to be wary of Batista's offense that he can bring to the table, the power of him. And now Orton is leaning up against that staging equipment there. What is Batista thinking? And oh my, spear! Right through the screen! Oh my god! Well, it didn't take long for this to take a turn for the worse. Randy Orton speared out of his socks straight through the WrestleMania Titantron screen. Good god. And it's left a massive gaping hole in the stage in there. Well, Randy Orton didn't expect this. Completely out of nowhere. The crunch as he speared Orton's body right through the screen, and they're back in the ring finally now, and Batista is in control. Now he's got that Singapore cane, that kendo stick, and delivers it off of the skull. That can be used as a deadly torture weapon as he's driving it into the throat of Randy. Orton is in trouble here, and that is not where you want to be if you're facing a man like Batista, especially when he's holding a deadly weapon like that. And oh my, Orton manages to block it off for the moment, but Orton right off of the skull with that kendo stick. And oh my, now Batista torturing Orton with that kendo stick, driving it right off of the stomach, and that's going to leave so many welts on the body of Orton. And now, oh my, now Orton with the roll up. Orton rolls him up. This is going to be all, but Batista manages to kick out just about. Still holding his stomach, as he should. And now, oh my, Batista with the spine buster. Orton, this could be over before it even got a chance to get underway, but not for the moment. Uses that kendo stick and a drop kick by Orton. Very crafty is Orton, and now going to hope to build some momentum after the recent setback. He knows Batista has concussion. He punted him in the skull this past week. Batista left the arena on the stretcher only just about managing to compete here tonight. But it's a street fight and his career's on the line, so of course he's not going to let this slip, and a chair shot off of the skull of Orton. Orton definitely has the advantage going into this matchup. Then again, Batista has been on a roll in this matchup so far. The crowd is split 50-50, and it's difficult not to see why. Has Orton held now? And what a reversal by Orton, and a net breaker on the chair. Batista went for the power slam too early. And now Randy Orton in control and sends him over the ropes. Like I was saying before, this crowd is split 50-50. Some fans don't want any man to go from the company, but one has to here tonight. One has to leave. One must lose and leave No Limits Wrestling forever. And at the moment it's looking like it's going to be Randy Orton as he's sent straight into those steel steps at ringside. Orton just about manages to get to his feet, and oh my, this ain't going to look good. Throw incoming. Steel steps off of the skull again, colliding right off the head. And what do you think Batista is thinking now? Not gonna, surely not. Oh my god, Batista gonna go for the Batista bomb on those steps, but oh, back body drop onto the steel. Randy had that one scouted, and now you see his body there, prone to more damage going to be inflicted. And oh my god, well, it didn't take long for this to get more brutal. The barbed wire bat delivered off of the skull, and oh my god, that barbed wire now raking across the face of Batista, and this is the evil side of Orton we've been talking about, raking that barbed wire right across the skull. Good grief. Raking the flesh of Batista, and now some kicks to the stomach for good measure. Orton wants to inflict more pain, and oh my god, you see there the blood flowing from the head of Batista. It's not stopping him at the moment. Stops Orton in his tracks, and the power slam by Batty. Batista knows what he's got to do to defeat Orton. It's not going to be easy, especially when you've got a cut that's droozing with blood, and oh my, another kendo stick shot off of the skull. Orton going to go outside the ring, going to try and get more weapons to his disposal. He's looking under the ring for something. Oh my god, that's barbed wire. More barbed wire right on that board there. There's that wooden plank covered in barbed wire, and this is not good for either man. Batista being placed on that top rope here. Randy Orton has evil intentions. Oh my god, there's no way. Randy Orton wants to do damage. Oh good god. Right on the barbed wire. The back of Batista must have been raked. It's sticking to his back, and he's that barbed wire peeling off of his skin. Take a look at this. From the top rope, the suplex onto that barbed wire board. Now Randy Orton has him where he wants him, wants to set him up for the RKO. This is seriously dangerous. Gonna go for the RKO, but oh my, reversed. Onto the barbed wire Randy goes. And now his flesh being raked across that barbed wire. And it's wrapped around him. And oh my, Batista gonna take advantage of this. Batista bomb. Is Orton's career ending right here in a flash? He hangs on, just about. But how much more punishment can he take? Oh, and a shot off of the skull with that boot. The damage has been done so much to either man. Batista, the blood flowing from his head, but that's not his biggest concern at the moment. And comes over the ropes and with a splash, but you hear the crowd response. Some boos from the crowd here. Turning against Orton, but Batista sends him into the ring post. Orton has his fair share of naysayers, but he's also got his fair share of fans. A 50-50 split here. Some people want Batista to go. Some people want Orton to go. Some people want them both to stay. But oh my, Batista is in trouble at the moment regardless of that. He doesn't react to crowd response, but still, DDT off the floor there. There's no give whatsoever, and Randy Orton going to go after some more weapons. Oh, good grief, that's not just one table, that's two. Double the wood there, and oh, what the hell was Orton thinking? Stacking them two tables outside. Batista, the blood drying up on his face. What the hell is Orton doing? High risk here, but high reward as well. What the hell's Orton thinking? He's going to go for some sort of splash, but Batista off of those tables now, and oh my, oh good God, Batista now, oh no, has him held. Batista bomb through the tables. Twice the table, twice the pain. Randy Orton, I think I see splinters. Batista, that Batista bomb, huge from the top rope, right down to the arena floor, through two tables. And how much more brutal will the street fight become? It's already been pretty damn impressive. Goes for the elbow, but Batista didn't have that one scouted to the best of his ability. Orton still hurting from that Batista bomb through the table, but now going to make Batista feel some of that pain. Backbreaker, and oh my God, and Orton going to go for that punk kick again, and oh my, he had the same intentions as before. Orton wanted to go for that punk kick and further concuss Batista, but now Orton is the one prone, and some more tables being brought out here. How many tables can you have? Being set up for Orton. Not good for him at the moment. But oh my, RKO out of nowhere. Randy Orton, if he can capitalise, may put Batista to an end and his career to an end. Batista wisely rolls out of the way of that one, because if he'd have been pinned there, it may have been completely over. Orton sets up that table in the corner and now drags Batista away. This match is doing a number on my voice, but I'm sure this match is also doing a number on their bodies. But oh good God, a spear again through the table. I barely had any chance to react to that. Orton is still being pummeled by Batista, but the only one bleeding from head to toe is Batista. And again, using everything at his disposal, throws Randy Orton straight off of the steel steps there. Now you see the carnage splattered in the ring, and now Batista going to go after Orton on that table. He stood up on the announce table with evil intentions. What the hell's going to happen? RKO on the announce table, but the table did not break. The table stayed there, and Batista, this is going to be a major turning point. Batista is out cold on that table. Take a look at this again. Randy Orton, RKO on that table. Brought back into the ring. Batista's body is lifeless. Only just about managing to get to his feet, but the blood is still flowing from his head thickly. Goes for the RKO on the steps, but misses. And only just about, Batista only just about had that one scouted. Oh no, no. No, Batista gonna go for the concerto. Oh my! Went for the concerto on Randy Orton, gonna give him concussion as well. But at the moment, Orton with that chair shot, driving into the throat, and a chair shot off the skull by Orton. That concussion not healing up as Batista would have hoped, and a chair shot off the back again. Randy Orton knows he's got Batista where he wants him. Oh my God. Oh my God, Orton! Concerto! Right to the back of the skull. Oh my God, and just when you thought it couldn't get any more extreme, it does, and now a bomb, my DDT onto that barbed wire bat. I've never seen Batista in this state. Randy Orton is snapping right before our very eyes. And an RKO. RKO, here's the cover. But a kick out by Batista. Orton is snapping. He is breaking down. He's having a mental breakdown here. And what the hell is Orton thinking now? RKO onto the steps. And now crawls into the cover, and this may be it. Oh, and again Batista kicks out, and Randy Orton cannot believe it. He's snapping. And another RKO, a third RKO. And oh, good God! Oh, punt kick. Punt kick off the skull. And Batista's career is over. And a solemn silence goes over this crowd after they erupted. I've never seen Orton so vicious. He wasn't even willing to give Batista a chance. Batista kicked out of 2 RKOs, and a third RKO wasn't even enough, but then Randy Orton delivering a swift kick to the skull, scrambling Batista's brains. That was devastating enough. And even if Batista's career wasn't on the line, it may have been over anyway. 3 RKOs, another kick out by Batista, a third RKO, and then this is where things changed. A massive swift kick to the skull of Batista did it for Randy Orton. Batista in the ring is defeated. He's bloody from head to toe, but Randy Orton is the victor. You see the carnage spread out over the ring, but Batista is devastated. It's just dawned on him. I can't believe he's still standing, quite frankly. But Randy Orton celebrates. His career is intact. He's going to continue to wrestle here in No Limits Wrestling. But you could hear the split reception that Orton got. It was 50-50. And in fact, some of the fans, even after the torment Batista put Randy Orton through, Randy Orton completely doing a U-turn and devastating Batista. This match belongs to Orton. Orton is the victorious man, and the carnage is still splattered across the ring. Well, Batista is defeated in the middle of the ring. He knows this is his last match ever. What a way to go out. He put up a hell of a fight, and the crowd are on their feet. And even after what Batista's done, you gotta give the man respect. He's put his heart and soul into this company. He helped it develop, he helped it continue to grow. And despite what he's done to Orton and many others over the past couple of months, you gotta respect that. He leaves the ring, a defeated man. He knows this was his last match ever. He looks at the ring for a final time, and this is his final ever moment in No Limits Wrestling. And, oh wait a minute, oh my God, Orton! Orton again! Orton coming out of nowhere! Oh, and another punt kick, for God's sake! That son of a bitch. I'm sorry, but couldn't even let him have his moment. Randy Orton's done enough, and the 50-50 I think has just gone against him. Randy Orton's psychotic now. Randy Orton has changed because of this experience and delivers a swift kick to Batista, kicking him out of the company. And one man who is a man on a mission, shifting our focus, is The Undertaker. The dead man is about to have the match of his career coming up next at WrestleMania. He will compete against Sting in what has been described as the dream matchup. It is the match of the century, the match of the decade, the match nobody thought they would ever see, but it's happening here tonight in No Limits Wrestling. It happens at WrestleMania, and next week Sting finally goes one-on-one with The Fiend, The Undertaker. That is next week here at WrestleMania, The Undertaker versus Sting.